Welcome to Through the Roof, where we explore life inside the walls we call home and the lives we build within them. I'm Ruth, property professional, storyteller and lover of all things home. Each week, we'll open the door to real stories behind the scenes of the property industry, design, inspiration and practical tips for shifting house, creating calm spaces and keeping your home safe, secure and beautifully comfortable. Because whether you own, rent or simply dream, everyone deserves to feel at home. So make yourself at home. You're listening to Through the Roof. I would like to introduce you to one of my friends. His name is Rick, and he has been a guitar teacher for many years, and that's how I got to meet this wonderful man. You might be thinking to yourself, why would a guitar teacher be the person that you'd want to have interviewed for a show that's all about the heart of home? Also advise that I'm using a different microphone for this interview. It's not the best quality, but bear with me, the future ones will have a much better one.
Well, Rick has actually travelled from overseas. So a lot of us might be getting ready to shift, and it might be around the corner, it might be another suburb, might be another city, it might be another country. And in this case, Rick is experienced with shifting from England over to Australia many moons ago. So say hello, Rick.
Hi there, how are you?
Good. So I've got a few questions for you. First of all, talk us through the process and the planning of the move that you had from England to Australia.
That was quite a long, drawn-out affair.
I bet.
Just to explain briefly the background, an ex-girlfriend of mine from my teenage years caught up with me. She was kind of my first love. Her name was Sharon. We sort of found we had the same old feelings and were still in love with each other. So after much talking, and decided to move out to Australia to marry her.
There's no greater reason than love.
No,
Yeah.
exactly. But the process it took about 4 years altogether.
Wow.
Because when first applied for it was a spouse visa, got turned down only through a mistake on the forms.
Right.
Which was not made by me, but by the agent that
How
was
stressful.
kind of between, if you like.
Yeah.
He was advising Sharon and also advising me, and he did most of the form filling for us. We had to reapply. The second time, he got it all right, and here I am now.
Ta-da.
Yeah, they want to know the ins and outs of your whole life.
Especially financials, isn't it? Especially.
Yeah, well, financially, I was not very well off. I only came out here with $1,800 in my pocket.
That's more than most people have these days.
And Sharon already living out here. She'd been living out here with her ex-husband for 5 years, I guess.
Yeah.
She was had taken her citizenship, so she was a citizen. So it was sort of easier for me to come out.
Yeah.
Basically.
How long did it take from when you got the actual approval to actually physically being here?
About another year.
Yep.
Because I had to save all the money.
Yep.
And I'd sold off all my
Imagine you
a
could have
couple
brought
of my
furniture
guitars.
over, or
No, a load of guitars I sold off and all
Yeah.
that. I sent a couple over in the post and bought one with me.
Yep.
My favourite.
So you just came with your suitcases,
And
effectively.
came with my suitcases and my old laptop, and that was it really. So I arrived here with next to nothing really.
Yeah.
Just a change of underwear, etc.
Yeah.
And guitar, and that was it.
Fantastic. So what do you think is the greatest challenge of shifting country?
Oh, well, I think for me the hardest part was saying goodbye to my family.
Oh yeah.
That was hard. I remember getting on the plane and thinking, am I doing the right thing?
Oh yeah. It's not like you're around the corner.
No, exactly. It was a big change in my life. Well, it was I saw it as restarting my life again.
Yeah.
And I gave up a good business, which I was earning quite a lot of money in as a guitar teacher in schools, and doing adult education as well. and I was earning quite a lot out of that.
You felt the fear and you did it anyway.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Love, as you say, finds a way.
Yeah, absolutely. So, what was the biggest lesson then that you think you've learnt in living in another country?
I would say adapting.
Yeah,
The people here are wonderful.
you obviously love it. You
One
stayed.
of the first things I noticed was walking down the road one morning, early one morning, and everybody I passed said good day.
Hmm,
That doesn't happen in England,
right.
and it came as a big surprise to me. Everybody was so friendly. So, I kind of adapted in that way. And now I walk around saying good day to everybody else, which is really nice.
Are we friendlier, do you think, 'cause we get a lot of sunshine and we're mentally healthier
I think
because of that?
yeah, I think people are friendlier, maybe because of the weather, but I think Australians in general are more laid back in their attitude.
Yeah.
I find most people here very easygoing, and nothing's ever a problem.
A few Karens are
Um,
always around. Doesn't matter where you
oh
live,
yeah,
does it?
yeah. It doesn't matter what country you're in, but with the Brits, they're a lot more serious.
Mm,
Uh,
they don't get their vitamin D.
yeah, I think that's probably it.
Uh,
They seem to take life more seriously.
Hmm.
One thing that struck me, I was watching a TV when I first come here, and there was big floods going up in northern Queensland. This village had become cut off from the rest of civilization,
Wow.
and saw this bloke being interviewed, and he had case of beer with him, and
He sounds like an Aussie.
his attitude was, got me beer, everything's all right.
Yeah, that's great. I like some of those things you see as well, where people are literally just they're in their boats and they're just going down the road to go to the shops for people.
Mm,
So and people can still function.
yeah,
Everyone helps each other, and that's
people
part
seem
of it.
to take things in their stride a lot
You
more.
can't change it. You kind of
No,
just go with the flow,
yeah,
literally.
exactly.
Yeah. So the next question I've got is, what would you do different from what you did?
I don't think I'd do anything differently.
Hmm.
I think I've been lucky that everything's panned out for me.
Yeah. Everything has a rhyme and reason, doesn't it?
Yeah, and I tend to I've always been quite a laid back sort of person and go with the flow.
Sounds like maybe one thing you might have done different is had a better person doing out the paperwork for you at the beginning, so that it was a little bit less
Yes,
stressful.
yeah, because we paid him quite a lot of money
Goodness.
to do it. I can't remember. I think it cost me about £500 to get the visa eventually,
Wow.
something like that.
Do anything different as far as what you brought over? Save up more and brought some more with you, or do you
I
do it
would have,
exactly the same?
I
Or
would have sent more through the post because I sent half my CD collection through the post. I think I would have posted a lot more of my stuff, a few more of the guitars that I really regretted giving up.
yeah, I bet.
I then had a collection of 35 guitars.
Wow. And how many do you have right now?
32.
That's
I'm almost up to par.
How many years have you been living here now?
18 years.
18. Beautiful.
Not actually, 18 years and 364 days.
So we're almost up to 19.
Yep.
Wow.
New Year's Eve I arrived.
All right.
2006.
Karen did pass.
Yeah.
And so what made you stay after that?
Yeah, good question. A lot of things. The fact that, to me, Australia is now my home, and I would never go back. One of the first things after Sharon passed away that my dad asked me was, "Are you coming back to England?" I said, "No." He said, "But you've got no family there." I said, "Well, I do. I have a stepdaughter and a granddaughter."
Yeah.
I just felt that going back to England would not be a good exercise because I don't think I'd like it there anymore.
And you created a life here.
I've created a better life for myself than I ever had in England.
And your dad's come over many times to visit you too.
Yep.
Gives him an excuse to travel.
Since my wife passed away, which is 9 years ago, 9.5 years ago now.
Wow.
Been over 3 times, and he fully understands now why I prefer to stay out here. In fact, he said to me, "I don't think it would be a wise idea for you ever to come back to England."
I'm surprised he didn't come here.
Yeah, but I will just say that when I first came over, I got off the plane and I felt like I'd come home.
Nice.
50 years in
It felt
England,
right at the time.
and it just felt, everything just felt so right. And
Beautiful.
after living here for the first year, I just felt like I should have been here a long time ago, a lot longer
Wonderful.
than I have been.
If you were in the scenario that you didn't feel that way when you came here, what do you think would have been the time period that you would have given yourself to have decided to go back or not?
Probably, if I didn't feel like I wanted to stay, it would have been after Sharon had passed away.
Yeah,
I wasn't going to break away from Sharon, so I would have stayed here.
yeah,
For us, had she lived a long and healthy life, then I would still have been here anyway. But
yeah.
the fact is that, to me, Australia is one of the best countries in the world to live in.
That's the right answer. We agree. We concur.
Yeah, it is. It's just, everything about Australia is just so good.
Yeah.
And I know I keep seeing on places like Facebook, all the dangerous animals we have here. And in the 18 years I've been here, well, nearly 19, I've seen one snake.
Wow.
That's all. One snake.
And you learn probably pretty quickly that, you just don't put your fingers in holes and you're pretty
No,
safe from the
no,
spiders.
no. I was warned about all that.
Yeah.
Spiders.
They don't come out looking for you.
No, no. I have found one white tip in my bed. And
You're
they're
putting a lot of
probably,
people off right now.
but you don't often see them. I love huntsmen. They're welcome in my home because they eat white tips.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, I did a little bit of research on them, digressing slightly, but they're the only spider that we have that mate for life, and they're the only spider that caress each other, not for mating. So they actually go up and they give each other little tickles and hugs,
Yeah.
and they're the only spiders that do that, and it's not for mating. So that's why I like them now. But everyone else overseas sees how big they are, and
Yeah.
they get scared and they go, "Oh hell no, I'm not even visiting." It's like, if that's putting you off, we don't see them very often anyway. Unless you're
No.
going to like a pine tree and you're looking at the bark.
Yeah. You get them indoors occasionally. Where in the last house I lived in,
You won't get flies where you've got huntsmen.
no, exactly. I wish I had a couple of huntsmen here now.
Yeah.
Husband and wife team, preferably, because this year flies seem to be a bit more than usual.
Yeah, I agree.
Anyway, my granddaughter, when she was younger, used to give them names if she saw them in my
That's
house.
great.
Yeah. So she wasn't scared of spiders then.
They're not as scary though, I think it's actually when you don't know they're there and they're suddenly in your peripheral vision and make you jump, that's where they're scary.
Yeah,
And that's what people don't like.
They can make you jump, but
yeah.
I've drop beds. Well, the mythical drop bear. I've yet to see
Is it
one.
mythical? That's the question. For those who aren't from Australia, just go Google drop bears and see what you come up with, and you make your own decision whether you think they're real or not. So the last question that I've got on my list is your recommended steps for anybody who's listening who might be looking at moving to another country, whether it be from Australia away or away to here, or from one country to another, not even to do with Australia. What do you think would be your recommended steps for somebody?
One word: research.
Yeah, beautiful.
Do your research. I did a lot of research when I decided I wanted to come out here to marry Sharon. And when I first came over, Sharon says, "Blimey, you know more about this country than I do." The research is probably the most important thing, especially if you intend to stay, because then you've got to take a citizenship eventually. Well, you don't have to, but if you want your citizenship, you're going to have to answer lots of questions about the country that you're living in. I can't think of anything else really. Get a good agent to help you with all the paperwork, because the paperwork can be very confusing. Be honest with what you do. I mean, especially if you've committed any crimes, you need to put them down, because they'll find out anyway. When I was in my when I was in my early 20s, I got busted for a bit of weed. But I put that down. I put that down, and it didn't really matter because it would be more than 10 years anyway. But the agent said you don't really need to put that down, but it shows you that you're being honest,
transparent.
and that you're more likely to get your application passed if you're completely honest,
Yeah. That's really good advice.
So, yeah, so research and honesty.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, for those who are listening, you can hear the beautiful birds in the background here. We have quite a few aviaries near us as well. And so you're hearing the chirping going on. This is Rick's little family in the background. So you can hear canaries and finches and what are those other things up there?
Lovebirds.
Lovebirds.
Rainbow lorikeet outside.
Yeah, for those who don't know some of our native birds, go and have a look at some of the finches that we have. Budgerigars are native to here, as well as the rosellas and rainbow lorikeets. Gorgeous, gorgeous birds. Again, digressing, but there are so many things that you can learn about the country that you're potentially going to. And this is one that, in particular, Rick has really grasped as part of his family by having these aviaries. So, Rick, thank you so much for joining.
You're welcome.
It's really good just to hear from somebody who's experienced the shift from overseas and to here. And we're really glad you made that decision to stay. And if anyone's listening and has any questions or you feel like you can contribute, I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for listening, and please don't forget to follow and join in. I look forward to welcoming you for the next episode.
If you've enjoyed today's episode, be sure to follow Through the Roof wherever you get your podcasts. And if you've got a story about your home and your experiences, I would love to hear from you. You can reach out ruth@thepmboutique.com.au. So until next time, take a deep breath, look around and remember, home is what you make it.